Here we go. All right. What's up, everybody? How's it going? Mark Harbert here from markharbert.com, and I'm very excited today. I've got someone here very special that I'm excited to have a chat with and bring some value to you. I've actually known this gal now for many years now, actually, and it wasn't until just recently that we actually really kind of connected and started, chatting again, kind of sharing ideas and things like that. But what's been really cool about Lisa, who I'm going to bring out here in just a second, is she has really dominated on social media. She has really come out and done some amazing stuff. And I don't know about you, but every time I see people that kick butt on something, I want to find out what they're doing and I want to share it with the world. So I'm really stoked to have her on today. What's up, Lisa? Lisa Torres.
Hey there, Mark. Thanks for inviting me to hang out with you today.
Yeah, this has been fun. I feel like we're like these veterans. We've been around online for like so long.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. But you've been around online for a long time now too, huh? I know when I first got started back in 2009, I think it was, I started seeing you around.
Yeah, it was since 2007.
Wow.
When I got laid off from my job, I did all of the offline stuff, the home parties, three-way calls,
Yeah.
buying leads, cold leads, getting help, calling them, and these people were hanging up on me and just cursing me out on the phone and things like that. And I was like, you know what? This is just not working. And I struggled for about 18 years.
Yeah.
In network marketing, doing the old school traditional way, networking events, hosting my own networking events. And really, honestly, none of it really worked for me. In those 18 years, I made about $20, literally.
Wow.
And it was for a travel company that I was working with. It was only because the only reason why I made $20 was because my friend just decided to just buy an airline ticket from me, and I made a $20 commission.
Wow.
And that was my success in network marketing for 18 years.
Wow.
Then I turned to YouTube. YouTube is when I first started in 2000, and between 2007, 2008 is when I really started looking to see how I can use these free platforms that I see everybody else using. How can I use them to my benefit so I can start building a business online? Because I didn't want to do I didn't want to go to events.
Right.
I didn't want to host parties. I didn't want strangers in my house or anything like that. So I had to really figure it out. And YouTube was my starting point.
Yeah.
Like many of us. I think you started on YouTube too, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's amazing. I mean, I honestly sitting here listening to you say that. I thank God every day for the internet, because the internet is what allowed a guy like me to go out and actually have success in the home business industry. And it sounds like that's the exact same thing that happened for you too.
Yeah. I think, I speak to a lot of, people like us who started back in 2007, between 2007 and 2009 or 10. And we pretty much almost all have the same story.
Yeah.
So because of that, you guys that are watching now should, because we have pretty much everybody that I know pretty much has the same story in that era, you guys should get excited about that. Yep. Especially if you're not getting results now. The results that Mark has gotten, the results that I have gotten have all stemmed from, just getting started,
yep.
And really taking it seriously. So.
Yeah. I was the same way. I mean, I honestly, I would every day after work, I would go home and I'd go to the malls and start stalking people. And I absolutely despise that. No. I mean, I really did. But I was so committed because I really wanted, I wanted my freedom. I wanted to live life on my terms. So I did it, even though I absolutely hated it. But I'm glad that I stuck in there long enough to actually find what I really enjoyed was building my business through the internet,
Yeah.
And so it's a powerful thing. So let's talk about this real quick. So what is it? How many people have you recruited on social media now?
Well, I don't know. For all those years, I have no idea.
Yeah.
thousands in all those years.
Yeah.
But within just the past 7 months alone, it's been about 289 people. 289 people exactly.
So So let's put this in perspective. Okay. So you were in network marketing for what? 18 years, you said?
Well, I've been in network marketing for 26 years.
Yeah. Oh my
My
gosh.
first 18 years was a struggle. I started when I was 19.
How many people would you say you recruited in that first period before you found the internet?
18 years?
Yeah.
My one customer that bought the airline ticket from me. My one customer that allowed me to make my first $20 in network marketing.
Woo! Man, you probably blew that like you were like $20.
I was excited because it was like a start, and because I was surrounded by in the companies that I was with throughout those years, jumping around from company to company, I was always surrounded by other successful people. So I saw that it was possible. And that's what really kept me going, because the proof was in the pudding. Success is all around us.
Right.
And so I literally saw people having results, not only results, but living a certain lifestyle, like with the cars and houses and all that stuff, vacations and things like that. They're traveling all over the place. I saw it with my own eyes, regular people just like me. But for some reason, I just couldn't make it happen for me. And I didn't know what the problem was. I didn't know why. I didn't know, maybe it was me, or I didn't know. I didn't know. I know that I used this finger a lot, pointing at everybody else and blaming everybody else for my failures.
Right.
And I did that for a long time.
Yeah. Well, I'm a part of that club too. So
yeah,
I'm glad we broke out of that,
And really, everybody's success, if you're watching right now, your success, you need to be pointing the finger to yourself, because you're the one that's in control of the results that you get. You're the one that's in control of the leads that you go out there and start generating for yourself, the information that you start learning and applying inside of your business. You're responsible for all of that. So, I speak to a lot of people every single day, all day long, all the time, right? And most of the people that I speak to, they're not getting results. They're trying and trying and trying, but nothing is really happening. And I always tell them, I always tell them to just look at the things that you're doing. What exactly are you doing in your business? Oh, I'm posting my link on Facebook. That's not a strategy. Posting your link on Facebook is not a strategy. Oh, I'm doing Instagram accounts. Okay, great. You're doing Instagram, but what is the process? I did a call yesterday about this. What is the process inside of your business? When we look at all these like big food chains, when you walk into a restaurant establishment and you walk in, there's a process that happens. You wait online, you order your food, the girl rings it up. There people are making the food in the background, in the back. She goes and she gets the food. She brings it to you. She takes your money. You go sit down and eat. You leave. And the process starts all over again with the next customer and the next customer and the next customer. So if you don't have a process in your business, you just don't have a business.
Right. That's a great point. I mean, because really, ultimately, that is a lot of times, like even when I'm talking with coaching clients, a lot of times, well, what are you doing? Oh, I'm doing YouTube. Okay.
Right. What exactly are you doing on YouTube? How is the process?
Putting a video on YouTube is not going to do it. I mean, what are you doing? How are you setting it up? All those little things. And it's that process that that really creates the success for sure.
Exactly. It's the process that will take you from where they are right now, which is not having a process, to creating a process, one that actually works, and really thinking through every little detail what that process is going to be. And yes, it may sound like a lot of work. Yes, it may be a lot of work in the front end, but once you get accustomed to it, I mean, I could start a new business right now and set up my process with my eyes closed, because I've learned to develop that skill set on how to create processes.
Yep. So. That's awesome. That's amazing. Yeah. And I mean, you when you look at your history going so long with no success, you come online, you develop a process, and literally you've recruited thousands of people ever since. And just in the last, like you said, 7 months, you've recruited 289 people, something like that. I mean, this shows you that when you apply a process and you tap into what your strengths are, because obviously, the way you were doing it before was not tapping into your strengths.
Right.
And you come online and you start tapping into your strengths, seeing what works. And I love it. And, you know, I have to point out too, when it comes to the internet, I remember saying to myself, you know, I got into a home-based business to actually be home, and yet I'm never home. And I'm
Right.
out all the time at trainings, meetings, prospecting, but yet I'm never home.
Yeah,
So for
right.
me, you know, utilizing the internet, especially things like social media, what allowed me to actually have a real home-based business, you know?
Exactly. Yeah, that's really a good point. I mean, if it's called a home-based business, you should be working your business from home.
Right.
And fortunately, the internet and building your business online like we do,
Yeah.
automating things and things like that, you know, sponsoring people on autopilot, all those type of things cannot happen offline.
Right.
It just can't. And I'm not knocking anything offline. There have been people that have created, you know, 7 figures, 8
Yep.
figures
Yep.
using offline strategies. But for most people like me, most people don't want to do that. Most people
Right.
don't have the skill sets to do that. Some people
Right.
are just natural people
Right.
person.
Yep.
But I wasn't really, I mean, I'm a people person now because I like going out there and helping people. But most people don't start out as a people person. Most people are shy. Like when I first started doing videos, I was shy. You know, it took me 50 something takes to put up my first video. But let me point something out.
Yeah.
When I first got started on YouTube, I didn't really have a process.
Right.
That's the thing. I didn't really have a process. But here's what I did do. Okay. I found a mentor and I just modeled after what she was doing.
Right.
That was my initial thing. And what she was doing videos.
Mm.
And all her strategy was YouTube videos.
Right.
And when I look back and I sit back and I say, okay, I just pulled out my credit card and purchased from her. I joined her business, right? So if you look at that, clearly it works. Because
Right.
I just signed up. She shot a video. I just signed up. Clearly it works, right?
Yeah.
I mean, when you think about it, it's
Yep.
like, how could you say it doesn't work when you just finished signing up?
Right. Does this
How
thing
could you
really
say
work?
that right? No, it doesn't work. But you just signed up in my business, right?
Right. Right.
So when you look at that,
Yeah.
and you're like, okay, well, I just signed up in her business because she was shooting videos. Then what do I have to do?
Right.
I have to start shooting videos too.
Yep.
So I just started modeling after, and I was giving people a call to action. My process back then was not automated. I wasn't generating leads. I didn't know anything about capture pages. All I knew was how to shoot videos.
Right.
And so I started sharing my stories, sharing my message, doing videos, and giving people a call to action to call me.
Yeah.
My strategy, my way of generating leads was call me at blah 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 blah, my phone number. That was my strategy because that's all I had. That was my only, you know, it was either to send me a message on YouTube or to call me if you had questions.
Right.
So that was my start of a process. So when I talk about processes, yes, there may be complicated processes
Right.
that are a little bit more techy but doable.
Right.
Right, especially now with the tools that we have that make building a business online so simple.
Right.
But then there's also dumbed down processes.
Right.
Like when I first got started, which was telling people, you know, to send me a message or to call me.
Right.
I mean, it can't get any more simpler than that.
Yeah.
And what I loved about videos was that when I shot one video, it was on the internet forever. Shot a second one, that was there too. And before I knew it, I had, you know, 100, 200 videos working for me 24/7. And that's why I had a lot of people inboxing me and calling me.
Yeah. It's amazing. It's amazing. You know, it really comes down to, now let me ask you this. What has been over the last 7 months, what has been one of the primary strategies that you've used? Is it Facebook, just connecting with people on Facebook?
Yes.
Yeah.
Facebook has been, at first it was Instagram.
Yeah.
And I still like Instagram, but I noticed a difference between the leads and the people I've sponsored through Instagram.
Yeah.
Kind of weird, but I analyzed the difference.
Right.
I've had people come generate leads through, Instagram. I've had people sign up in my business on autopilot that came through Instagram because I track
Right.
where my leads and my sales are coming from.
Sure.
So I noticed that between me generating leads and sponsoring people on Instagram and generating leads and sponsoring people on Facebook, I noted, now I don't know if this is for anybody else,
Right.
but for me, my what I analyzed on this, between the two, was that there is more people who had canceled and requested refunds through Instagram
Right.
than there were on Facebook.
Right.
Because to me, Facebook is more like, I don't really get a lot of refunds or anything like that in my business.
Right.
On Facebook, because I've learned how to use Facebook as a tool for building relationships.
Yeah.
It's not that easy. And I'm not saying that Instagram doesn't work, because I still love Instagram and I still use it.
Sure.
But my main strategy for building relationships, generating leads, and converting those leads into sales for free without any paid ads has been through building solid relationships with people and building a culture, a tribe, a community of people that I can communicate with on a daily basis.
Yeah. And that's important. And I have found very similar in terms of, and I haven't really done a lot on Instagram, so I don't know, but Facebook has always been, I've always called it the networker stomping ground, because that's where you have the ability to connect with people. And I've actually heard people say, well, Facebook just doesn't work for me.
Okay.
Yeah. And I hear that too, but I got to tell you, it comes down to what you said at the beginning. It's usually because people don't have a process that they follow.
Right.
And that is why even YouTube, I get leads every day still from YouTube videos I made over 3 years ago. Video leads are still coming in. I still get signups into my programs from YouTube. And why is it? Because I followed a process.
Exactly.
And it's that process that really makes all the difference. And I'm really excited about it.
And the process is automated.
Yeah, and that's what's really cool about it. Leverage is what this thing is all about.
That's right.
It really is. I mean, the more leverage you can get in your business, the better. And it always comes back to, like, when I first got started going to the shopping malls and everything, there was no leverage there. And it's not that it, like you said, it didn't work, but anytime you can put leverage into something, that's where you really want to put more and more effort into building the leverage, because that's what's most important.
Absolutely. And I think of, like, YouTube videos, Instagram images, Facebook images, Facebook status updates, blog posts. Like, I think of all of that not only just as leverage, but I think of it as little marketing robots that are working for you 24/7. It's almost like you've duplicated yourself over and over and over and over and over again. You can't do that offline.
Right.
You can't go to a home party today and then reap the benefits tomorrow, next week, next year from that same home party.
Right.
It's not gonna. Once the home party's over, that's it. You're done.
You're done. You're done. And I mean, it's a perfect example. I mean, videos from 3 years ago. Just got like 4 leads this morning from like 2 or 3 different videos on YouTube that were created in 2012. So we're talking almost 4 years ago.
Exactly. And yesterday I generated 66 leads from Facebook, between a combination of Facebook, a little bit of YouTube, for free.
That's amazing.
Free.
That's amazing.
66 leads for free. And a lot of people, think that it's really complicated, but it's really not complicated when you have systems, tools, and a process in place. That's when things become a little bit more easier.
Yep. That's awesome. So let's talk real quick. You've got this new video series you put out. Let's talk about it a little bit. And because I've been watching the videos. I think they're amazing.
Thank you.
And what you've been laying forth in these videos. So let's talk about a little bit about that, and then we can point people to it. So what's going on with the videos? Tell me a little bit about them.
Yep. Well, first of all, the reason why I created those videos in the first place, it's a 4-part video series. The reason why I created those videos is because, I post my success, results and stuff like that on
Yeah.
social media.
Yeah.
I post the duplication that's happening on my team on social media. So I have eyeballs
Yeah.
on my stuff, right? And people inbox me, they email me, they text me all the time asking for the secret.
Yeah.
Right. And so, you know, now I don't have to sit there and give the secret one by one by one by one by one. Like, that's not leverage, right?
Right. Right.
Leverage is creating a product that when somebody comes to me for the secret,
Yeah.
here's the secret.
Right.
Go watch it. You know,
Yeah.
go get the secret now. And so I created the 4 videos. The first one is basically sharing my story.
Yeah.
Of how I went from struggling for 18 years
Yeah.
to now becoming a 6-figure earner.
Yeah.
Right. So that I shared that journey and that whole process. The second video, I'm talking about the 6 big mistakes that network marketers are doing on social media.
Right.
Specifically Facebook.
Yeah.
Because that's like my stomping ground.
It should be called Spam Book by
right.
Yeah.
So there's 6 mistakes that I share, and I've been getting a lot of great feedback on you know, those 2 videos.
And I just want to point out regarding the mistakes. Look, I've been doing this a long time, just like you. And ever since I've been doing this online, there's not a week or a day that goes by that I don't see somebody doing it wrong.
Absolutely.
And you'd think after all these years, people would figure it out. But because there's always new people coming in, people just don't know these things.
They just don't get it. Yeah. They think that, and I understand, because they're just, they don't get it because they haven't been informed.
Right.
That's all it is. It's not their fault. They just haven't been informed.
Right.
So video number 3, so video number 2, I break down the 6 big mistakes that network marketers are doing on social media. In video number 3, I'm basically sharing one specific tip. It's the one open line question that, you know, I start my conversations with that has made me the most sales. And, you know, I was getting feedback. I was looking at the comments for that video today, and people were like, oh my God, are you kidding me? Like, I deleted all my friends' requests, and oh my God, I lost out on so much money. It's like, people don't think.
Yeah.
People don't think. I have a bunch of friend requests coming in. What can I do with those friend requests?
Right.
And so they're not thinking. And so now because I pointed out a strategy, now they're kicking themselves in the butt.
Yeah.
And so now video number 4, which comes out tomorrow, that's where I reveal my, you know, the way that I was able to create the sponsor 289 members in 7 months in my business without any paid ads.
Wow.
And that one launches tomorrow. So
yeah, that's amazing.
Well, tomorrow meaning the 11th. So awesome. you guys might be watching this video, I don't know, next week.
Well, I'm going to put all the
tomorrow. I mean, February 11th.
Yeah, I'm going to put a link to the videos down below this video. So if you're watching this interview right now, just look below this video. You'll see the links. Definitely click on them and check them out, and you know, see what Lisa's been up to. I got to be honest. I've watched you over the last 9 months, and I mean, it's like explosion. I mean, all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, I remember Lisa. Oh my God, Lisa's everywhere. So it's been fun to watch. There's no question about it. And also outside of the videos, you and I, this coming Tuesday, the 16th, I believe is what it is. We're going to be doing a webinar together.
Yep.
And you're actually going to come out and teach some of this stuff. And that's going to be fun. So I'm excited about that. And, bring my people some value, and I know you will. And I'm excited about that.
Yeah, I'm excited too. Can't wait.
Yeah, awesome. So cool. Well, guys, this is my bud, Lisa Torres. Make sure you connect with her. Check out the videos, the links below, and you'll see a link for the webinar this coming Tuesday as well. You want to make sure you get registered for that. And, it's going to be a ton of fun. So yeah, Lisa, I'm stoked. Thanks so much for coming out. And I'm really excited for everybody to get to know you a little better and see what you're doing. Excellent. Well, thank you so much for inviting me, and I look forward to hanging out with you on the 16th. Yeah, it's going to be good. And your people. Yeah, it's going to be fun. All right. Well, you rock, dude. Appreciate you. You rock too. Appreciate you back. We'll see ya. Everybody check out the video links below and get some knowledge. You'll be glad you did. All right. We'll see you guys.